Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phay, and welcome to the channel. To be frank, I'd have to change my name. Today, we're taking a look at Dragonwood from Gamewright Games. Now, this is a game I have looked at for years. It came out, I think, in 2015. I think it was originally came out. And I like dragons. I like little, small little dice games like this. And I've looked at it, and I never pulled the plug on it. However, it recently went on sale. It's for ages 8 and up. My grandson's 7. He's turning 8 here in a few months, and he loves dragons. And I thought, man, this would be a perfect game for him. So I had to bite on it. I finally picked it up. Okay, I think he's going to like it. However, what's inside the box? Not 100% sure, but I got a good idea. So I'll tell you what, let's go down to the table. Let's open this one up, and let's see what's on the inside. All right, folks, here we go. This is Dragonwood, a game of dice and daring from Gamewright. And as you can see, this is a small box. It's about the size of my hand. Now, 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up. Like I said, my grandson's 7. He's just getting ready to turn 8 here in the next couple months. And I've heard on the comics or on the comments and read and stuff that people are playing this with their kids as young as 6. I think he can easily do this. All right, so we got kids learning, and I like it when they do this. Okay, they're going to learn strategy, and they're going to learn probability with this particular game. And all it is just going to be a bunch of cards. We're going to get some dice and a little sheet of rules. Not too bad. Like I said, 8 and up, 20 minutes to play it, and 2 to 4 players. Well, let's get this thing open up and let's see what we got. All right. Okay. Now I like these little small boxes like that, especially when they're kids games, and especially when they're a shorter time. Because some kids will play the really long games, but there's other kids that, you don't have the attention span when it comes to a longer game. Okay, so these shorter ones are good. Okay, and just that cover right there, boy, that's going to bring my grandson right into this game. All right, so when we open it up, first thing we're going to get a nice little rule book. And from my understanding, the rules on this game are not really very complicated at all, which is going to be great. Okay, so we got our contents. Of course, we got our overview, our setup. Now, based on the number of players, I believe we're actually going to be removing cards from the game, and this might be the number of cards that we remove from the game. All right, so still got our setup section. Now we got our how to play. All right, we're going to have our landscape of cards. Now, if we come over here, we got our Dragonwood deck card types. We got our creatures, we got our enhancements, and then we have our events, 3 kinds of cards we're going to be going up against in this game. Let's flip this over. We got capturing cards. And this is the one thing that they got to pay attention to. And okay, is if you're doing a strike attack, all right, you have to have all your cards in a row, like 6, 7, 8. If you're doing a stomp attack, you have to have all the same numbers. And if you're going to do a scream attack, all right, then you got to play cards all of the same color. All right. Okay, so we have our different creatures. We have our enhancements. We got replenishing the landscape, and we have ending the game. And we got some variants right there. So if you want a longer game or a shorter game, there you go. Okay. Simple enough rulebook, right? Now let's come over here and let's take a look at the dice. Oh, because these dice look fantastic. Oh yeah, look at those. And they're not just your standard dice, because they only have 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. But I believe they have 2 2s and 2 3s on them. And then they have 1 1 and 1 4. But oh yeah, man, they look like fire breathing dice right there. Those are cool. Okay, I really like those. All right, now let's take a look at this. This is going to be the simplest deck to look at right here. Let's see if we got a way to open this guy up. There we go. Okay, now in here, what we're going to have is we're going to have Lucky Ladybug, draw 2 cards. Okay, really cool. Otherwise, all you're going to have, and the color is going to have the same photo, you're going to have cards numbered 1 through 12. And you're going to have that for every suit. Okay, so there's your orange suit. Okay, we're going to have our purple wizard suit, and then we're going to have our light blue suit, and then we're going to have our green, looks like an elven ranger suit. Okay, and that's all we're going to get for that. So we're going to want to shuffle and mix that up really good. Okay, now this is the important deck right here. Oh, let's get these Lucky Ladybug cards put back in there, because we definitely need to make sure we have those. Okay, let's see how we're going to, that other one opened up really easy. How did this one? This one's not going to open up as easy for me. Okay, so, and if I remember, I think we have to, you play the game until this deck runs out or something like that. Okay, now, you get this little card. Everyone's going to have that little card, which is really nice, because it's going to tell you to do a strike, you have to have numbers in a row. A stomp, you have to have, all the same number. And then a scream, you just have to have all the same color. Okay, and there's your turn summary. So this is nice. Okay, Everyone's going to get one of those. Well, 2 people are going to get those. Now, we're going to have all of our creature cards. We'll go through these 2. We're going to have our blue cards, not a lot of those, and there's going to be 4 events. Okay, so there we go. There's our strike, right? You have to have numbers in a row and you have to total that. Okay, or what is it? You have to get 15 points. All right, and then basically, if I remember right, what it is the number of cards that you are playing. Each card is going to give you a dice, and you're going to roll those dice. Okay, so the same with all these, and those are the high numbers that you need. That's going to be the victory points you get. So 7 victory points. These ones are a lot harder, but it looks like they're actually going to go down and down and down. So you'll see that these numbers are going to get less too. So we have an orange dragon, a blue dragon. Oh yeah, some gooey glob, angry ogre, the secret shadow. Oh yeah, the gigantic python. These this is fun. Grumpy troll, wild boar, a couple of those. Now the wild boar is the same. Yes, they are. Okay, pack of wolves. Got your hungry bear. Ooh, your fierce jaguar. Your giggling goblin. Some fire ants. Once we got a wasp nest. Yeah, see, look at that. A 4, a 3, a 3. Man, easy. Crazy bats. Oh, more crazy bats, more crazy bats. And then your spooky spiders, several of those. Okay, now you're going to have your magical unicorn. This is going to let you add 1 point to all capture attempts. So these you get to play, or when you get them, you get to put them down in front of you, and they're going to give you the extra bonuses. Okay, you just got to defeat them first. Okay, add 2 points to any strike. Okay, very nice. For a sword, a bucket of spinach. Oh, yeah. 2 points to your stomp. 2 points to your scream for disguise. Some lucky mushrooms are going to reroll 1 dice in capture attempts, which is nice. Lightning bolts. Use only once, add 4 points to any capture attempt. Got your charm potion. Use only once as an adventure card. Your friendly bunny. Oh man, use only once and roll 1 extra dice in a capture attempt. So they use only once. I'm sure we discard them when they're done. And then your cloak of darkness, add 2 points to all capture attempts. And then you're going to have these events. All players pass 1 adventure card to their right. Ooh. All players must discard an adventure card. All players draw 2 cards. Very nice. And then remove all enhancements in the landscape and replace with new cards. That's right. And the purple ones, I believe, are the enhancements. And there you go. That is what you're going to get inside this box. There's not a lot to it. Okay. Underneath this is all empty. Okay. Not a lot to this game, but you don't have to have a lot to these little games, especially when you got your kids playing, your grandkids in my case. All right. And you're just trying to teach them the game. All right. You want them nice and you want them simple, but then you want them fun and you want them engaging. And that's what this game looks like it does in space. Very, very nice. All right. Well, there you go. That's Dragonwood. Let's head up top and let's close this out. Well, there you go, folks. That is Dragonwood. And you know what? The game looks, it looks and it sounds fun. It's just a lighter game. You're drawing cards. You're trying to get, enough cards of a certain color or suit or pair or match or whatever. So that way you can try to get enough dice so you can go up against the main bad guys. And with those dice only having, numbers 1 through 4 on them, all right, if you want to try to get to that dragon and score 15 points, you need to have 4 or 5 dice. You need to try to get all of them. So you have to have this full hand, okay? So it doesn't look like it's a very difficult game. It's like it's really easy to learn, really easy to play, which is perfect, especially for the younger kids. And we definitely need a lot more games for the younger kids. The cover alone, I think, is going to get my grandson super excited about this one. Hoping to play it with him later on today when he comes over. I'm excited as well. Anytime I get to play a board game with my grandson, absolutely a lot of fun. Well, there you go. That's Dragonwood from, Game Right. Well, thank you once again for joining us today. As always, please ask you like this video on YouTube, Board Game Geek, Facebook, or even on X. Please leave a comment on any one of those platforms, and I'll get to those comments just as soon as I can. And also, folks, if you like the videos that I do here, if you haven't done so already, I humbly ask you to click on that subscription button and even click on that bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you like the videos I do here, I also post videos at the Discriminating Gamer site. Over there, we'll do some unboxings, playthroughs, and reviews. I'll leave a link to Cody's channel down in the details below. I woke up this morning. It was an eye-opening experience.